guys, it's Emoji Mode episode 14. This way looks like 14, but I guess it looks that way to you guys. I don't know. So tonight, the topic is perfectly imperfect because, I don't know if you guys know, I try so hard, or for the last, 25 years now, I've tried so hard to be a perfectionist and make everything perfect, and if I wasn't perfect, I'd fall apart. And like, this video is going to get so personal. I'm going to be pretty vulnerable, and you guys are probably going to get a little uncomfortable and a little mad. So that's how I know this topic is totally worth doing. So warning, you may get angry, but it's worth it. So, it's called Perfectly Imperfect because we all have this idea that we should be perfect. We should never make mistakes. We should never do anything wrong. And that's ridiculous because, let's be real, nobody's perfect. You know who's perfect? Barbie. But Barbie's not real. She's a doll. And her creators make her life. That's why Barbie's a teacher, and an astronaut, and a lawyer, and a vet, and this, and that. We're not dolls. We're real human beings. And life is crazy and throws curveballs all the time. So you're never going to be perfect. But you can be perfect in your imperfections. So, quote number 1 is, I am perfect in my imperfections, secure in my insecurities, happy with my choices, strong in times of weakness, and beautiful in my own way. I am myself. Your imperfections, your flaws, make you who you are. Without those, you're just a carbon copy of everybody else, and you don't want to be everybody else. Why fit in when you can stand out and be an original and be unique and be awesome? For so long, when I was growing up, I wanted to fit in high school. I wanted everyone to like me. Same thing with college. I wanted everyone to be my friend, and I was doing everything that everybody else was doing. Like in college, if my teammates were drinking on a Thursday, I was drinking on a Thursday. Even though I don't really like drinking that much, I'll be totally honest. And I would just do all these things and act certain ways and do certain things because I wanted to fit in, and I lost myself. And I thought I was being perfect for them, but I wasn't perfect for me. And that's the most important thing. You can't lose yourself to make your imperfections match everybody else's. Own who you are. Own what you're all about, because that's what makes you great. Because there is no one else just like you. Even if you're a twin. Your twin's not just like you, so don't even go there. All right, guys. I know I'm a little late, so I apologize in advance. Quote number 2. I have too many flaws to be perfect, but I have too many blessings to be ungrateful. That is huge right there. I'm not perfect. I have a ton of flaws. I overthink. I overanalyze. I want everything to be a certain way, and if it's not the way that I want it, then it's not right, and I freak out, and I twitch. Like, my kickboxers will joke around with me, like, if the lines aren't perfectly straight, like, I get a little twitchy. I want everything my way. But lately, especially since I started taking notes for this video, I've realized that I have so many things in my life to be grateful for that I shouldn't focus on those little flaws that I have. I have a great job. I have a great fit fam. I have a great boyfriend. I have great friends. Like, my life is so good, and I have all these blessings, even though I have all those flaws. And I think without those flaws, I wouldn't have all the amazing things that I have now. So I'm owning what I'm all about and who I am, and I'm a mess. I will own it 100%. I'm a mess in life in general sometimes. I feel like things are out of control, and I know so many of you can relate to that. If you feel like you're a mess, hit the heart button. Let's see it. Own up to it. Woo! Jason's a mess, apparently. A mess. And if you're a mess, that's okay, because you're not supposed to be perfect. Nobody is. All right, guys, quote number 3. Ready? Flossom. So F-L-A-W-S-O-M-E, flossom. An individual who embraces their flaws and knows they're awesome regardless. So anytime you start to feel down on yourself, feeling really bad, just tell yourself that you're flossom. You have these flaws, but you're still great. You're still amazing. You have all these great things in your life because of who you are and what you do on a day-to-day basis. Sorry, guys, coughing a little bit. All right, I'm going to get a little off topic for a second because I want you guys to know that how important it is that you guys don't strive to be perfect in who you are and in your lives. My mom is one of the most amazing women that I know. And do we get along all the time? No. Do I love her all the time? Yes. Do I like her all the time? No. That's just kind of how life goes. But I think the one thing I respect about my mom the most is that she was always there in the ways that I needed her. Same thing with my Aunt Nicole. Like, there are certain family members that I know, like, they're not perfect by any means, but they're a great mom, and they're a great aunt, and they're a great uncle. Like, my mom was not perfect, and she'll tell you she's made a ton of mistakes with me and this and that. But what makes her a perfect mom to me is that, you know, in high school when my boyfriend broke up with me at 11:30 at night, I knocked, sorry about that, guys, but at 11:30 at night when my boyfriend in high school broke up with me, I knocked on her door and she could hear in my voice that I needed her. I said, Mom, and she heard the crack in my voice. She got up out of her sleep to come and just lay with me in my bed while I cried. My mom was always my biggest fan. She was always my biggest cheerleader with anything, and she still is. She still tells me that she's proud of me and that I'm doing all these great things. Does she come to kickboxing? No. Did she always take me to practice and always make sure I got places? No, I had to find rides and find my own way sometimes, but when I really needed her, she was there, and that's what makes her a perfect mom. Same thing with my Aunt Nicole. Like, she lives in Brooklyn, but anytime I need somebody, I know I can just call her, I can just text her, and she's there. That's what makes her perfect to me. For me, being a perfect mom, being a perfect aunt, being a perfect person for somebody else is just being there when they need you most. You don't have to take them to all these places, because what I remember most about growing up is the times that my mom was there, not the times that she wasn't. Not the times that she didn't make my soccer games, or she didn't make my tournaments, or she didn't make my strength and conditioning sessions. Not the times that she didn't do it, but the times that she did, because the time I spent with her was great. So parents, don't feel guilty that you can't always go above and beyond for your kids, because your kids are just grateful for the time that they get with you. And, you know, in the moment, they might get upset, they might feel a little ungrateful, they might cry, they might throw a temper tantrum. I know I did. But then I would calm down, look back at it, and I would feel silly because I would look at all the things my mom's done, and it outweighed all the time, all the little things that she couldn't do. So parents, don't be afraid to not be able to go above and beyond for your kids, because your kids cherish all the little things you do for them every single day, and that's what makes you a perfect parent. All right, guys, another quote. You're allowed to be a masterpiece and a work in progress simultaneously. So you can feel like a mess. You can feel like everything's falling apart. But you can also be a work in progress. You could also be building yourself up to be stronger, to be better. So it's okay to feel like a mess. It's okay to feel like life's chaotic and crazy and that you need to hold on to something because things are going out of control. Because that just means you're growing. Arrows get pulled back to get shot forward. So when you feel life's dragging you back and pulling you back and things are getting hard, that means you're getting shot forward into something great. That's why I want a tattoo of my arrow on my forearm. But besides the point, it's okay to be a mess. Because being a mess means you're trying and you're doing something and you're going to be onto something really awesome and really great and really big. So being a mess is okay. Embrace your mess, because your mess just shows you're a work in progress. All right, guys, my last quote for tonight, not quote. It is, imperfection is a sign of freedom. When you're trying to be perfect, you're trying so hard to live up to somebody else's standards and somebody else's expectations and being what somebody else wants you to be. But once you let yourself go and you're free and your imperfections and you embrace your flaws and you embrace who you are, you're going to feel a weight just lift off your shoulders. You're going to feel free. You're going to feel light, and you're going to feel amazing, because you know for the first time ever that you're living for yourself and not anybody else. Like, the big thing that opened my eyes is, like, I'm going to be honest, like, I started going to therapy. I see a therapist twice a month now. It used to be once a week. Now it's twice a month. And I sit and I talk to her. And I have somebody there with an outside perspective who tells me it's okay to be a mess. It's okay to have things feel like they're falling apart, because things have to fall apart for greater things to fall together. I have Ed on my side, which is super awesome, because, you know, what I love most about him is that, like, just like my mom and just like my aunt, like, even though he's so busy doing all these amazing things, when I need him, he's there. When last time I had a panic attack and I ran out and he just grabbed me and he held me and he let me cry because he knew I needed it. Like, that makes him a perfect boyfriend. That he's there when I need him. He's not always there when I want him, and that's okay, but when I need him, he always makes sure that he's there. So that's, if you're ever aiming to be perfect in anything, be perfect in that. Be there. Just be there, and that's going to make you a perfect sister, a perfect mom, a perfect aunt, a perfect friend. That's what matters most to people. It shouldn't matter what you wear, what you do, where you work out. If you're looking to just be perfect in something or be better in something, just be there for people, because that's going to mean the most. So just remember, guys, there's no such thing as perfection. Nobody's perfect. We're all humans. We're all perfect in our imperfections. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I seriously appreciate all the love and all the support. Even though I was late, you guys still tuned in. So thank you so much. Remember, if you want to share any of my messages with anybody, if you think anybody needs to know that they're perfect in their imperfections, then definitely share this video. Let's spread this message as much as we can. And guys, if you loved this video and want more like this, hit that heart button as many times as you can before I end the video. Let me see some hearts fly by. Oh, you did that? Jason went like this behind, and like a whole bunch of hearts started flying across the screen. Oh, guys, thank you so much for the love. I'll be back next Tuesday for episode 15. Thank you, and this little emoji's gonna peace out. Bye, guys.